Hi, my name is Ashley Polson. I'm Miss Teen Rodeo USA, and I'm here with Colonel Joe Milligan, POW, with the Air Force. So, tell me, Joe, what led you to joining the military?
Oh, well, I was born and raised on a dairy farm in New Jersey, and as a kid growing up during the heart of World War II, I got to see the training aircraft flying over the farm all the time, and really fell in love with the idea of flying, and eventually went to college at Rutgers University, which was a land grant college, and had a ROTC, Air Force ROTC program there. So I enrolled in Air Force ROTC, and when I graduated from Rutgers, was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Air Force, and was lucky enough to qualify for pilot training, and that began my flying career in the Air Force.
Wow, that is so cool. So what experience or memory has impacted you the most?
Well, I guess my experience as a prisoner of war. I became a fighter pilot in the Air Force, flying the F-4C Phantom, and went to Southeast Asia, and was shot down on my 113th combat mission over North Vietnam, and was captured, and subsequently spent nearly 6 years as a prisoner of war in North Vietnam. So that was a big chunk of my life. In the prime of my life, I was 25 years old when I was shot down, and that has certainly had a lasting impact on the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what was your main role while serving?
Well, as I said, I was a fighter pilot, and so flying combat missions in both North Vietnam and Laos. There were a number of types of missions we flew. We flew bombing raids on strategic targets like steel mills or railroad yards. We also flew interdiction missions, trying to hit convoys of trucks going down the Ho Chi Minh Trail from North Vietnam into South Vietnam. And we also flew what was called MIG-cap missions, which were flying air-to-air combat missions against the enemy aircraft that were trying to attack our bomber forces. So multiple of roles as a fighter pilot.
Yes. So when you finally were able to come home, can you tell me what that felt like?
Oh wow, yeah, yep. that was just an incredible story. Operation Homecoming was the name of the whole operation, and I can speak about any aspect of the POW experience, and I enjoy doing it, and it's not a problem for me. But when I start talking about Operation Homecoming, I might tear up because it was such a joyous occasion, unbelievable. 6 years in a prisoner of war camp in an environment like we were in is a long time. Of course, it was the length of time was unprecedented. Compared with POW experiences in other wars because of the length of time involved. And so you're away from home for a long time. You're stuck in a little bitty dark cell with nothing to do, and all of a sudden you've got your freedom back, and coming back to this just wonderful country of ours. And the first place we landed was at Clark Air Base in the Philippines, and the roads from the runway at Clark to the hospital that we were placed in was lined with people, including little kids, all waving flags and cheering. So just an absolutely joyous occasion. And 3 days later, I finally made it back. I got a tear coming down. I could feel it already. 3 days later, I was back in the U.S. and at Westover Air Force Base in Massachusetts at a hospital there, and my parents and sisters were flown in to meet me. And the thing I remember the most about the whole thing, a lot of it is still a blur. So many things going on, but the thing I remember the most was for the first 72 hours back, I did not sleep. I was so pumped up with adrenaline. So that by itself should tell you what it must have been like for me.
Yes.
Yeah, really joyous. So these are tears of joy, not tears of bad memories.
Good. Well, thank you so much. It was such an honor to get to hear your stories.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.